My name's Nate Harper, and I never thought I'd end up locking someone inside my own garage. But when your neighborhood HOA president acts like a small-town dictator, you either surrender or fight back. It all started one morning at exactly 6:12 a.m. I was half asleep when I heard two trucks rumbling into my driveway. Still groggy, I peeked through the blinds and froze. Two beige Ford F-150s rolled straight into my open garage like they owned the place. Both had magnetic stickers that said HOA Enforcement Unit, which looked about as official as a kindergarten art project. Inside one of them sat Patricia Holbrook, our power-hungry HOA president, applying lipstick and humming to a motivational audiobook. And in the other, a Chihuahua wearing a reflective vest, barking like it was leading a SWAT team. That's when my grandpa, Earl, who was staying over, walked in wearing fuzzy slippers and his World War II veteran cap. He looked out, sipped his tea, and without hesitation pressed the garage door remote. The door slammed shut, trapping Patricia and her enforcement squad inside. Calm as ever, Earl locked the latch, grabbed his phone, and called the cops. "Yes, officers," he said, "we've got a voluntary hostage situation at 4729 Maple Ridge Drive." 6 months earlier, I'd moved into Pine Valley Estates for peace and quiet. The realtor said the HOA was optional. I'm a software developer who just wanted to build a greenhouse and work in peace. But Patricia never got the memo about optional. She treated the neighborhood like a dictatorship, Bluetooth headset, glittery clipboard, and weekly newsletters calling me a rogue element threatening community standards. My crime? Not paying $200 a month for her to measure grass height with a ruler. It started small, anonymous notes about my non-regulation mailbox, drone surveillance by her teenage son, and texts accusing me of coiling my garden hose the wrong way. One morning she even circled a single fallen leaf in my driveway and captioned it, "Some neighbors respect the rules." The harassment grew daily, but I stayed calm. Until that morning, when Patricia drove straight into my garage to conduct an emergency compliance inspection. When I told her to leave, she smiled like a villain in a movie. "Oh, Nate," she said, "this garage is under provisional HOA jurisdiction pending your review." I told her she was trespassing, and she laughed. "You can't call the cops on community improvement," she said. That's when Grandpa Earl stepped up. "Nate," he said, "go make breakfast, I've got this." And he did. He sealed the garage, grabbed 2 lawn chairs, and said, "In my experience, it takes about 15 minutes for reality to set in." Sure enough, inside the garage Patricia started yelling about illegal imprisonment and HOA authority. Earl calmly dialed 911 again. "Two trespassers," he said, "claiming government power that doesn't exist." Within 12 minutes, 2 patrol cars arrived. Officer Chen and Officer Ramirez got out, and half the neighborhood gathered to watch, coffee mugs in hand. We explained everything: months of harassment, fake violations, and doorbell footage showing Patricia driving into my garage. Chen rubbed his forehead. "So, just to be clear," he said, "she set up an HOA command center in your garage because you wouldn't join?" "Exactly," I said. They called her out. Patricia emerged powdered white from spilled garden lime, her hair a mess, mascara streaked down her face. "Officers," she began, "this property is under HOA Emergency Aesthetic Crisis Protocol." Ramirez blinked. "Aesthetic crisis?" She pointed at my house and yelled, "His trash cans are 7 inches off regulation. He's planning an unauthorized greenhouse." Chen stayed calm. "Does he pay HOA dues?" "No," she admitted. "And is membership mandatory?" "Not technically, but, and did you have permission to enter his garage?" "Permission?" "I'm the HOA president," she barked. Ramirez scribbled on his notepad. "Ma'am, that's criminal trespass. You literally imprisoned yourself." The crowd snickered. Patricia's assistant Keith stumbled out behind her, mumbling he thought it was an internship. Meanwhile, the Chihuahua ran straight to Grandpa Earl, tail wagging. "Smart dog," Earl said, patting him. Then Chen asked if I wanted to press charges. I looked at Patricia, dusty, furious, mascara melting, and thought about the drones, the texts, the fake violations. "Yes," I said. "I would." Patricia gasped. "You can't do this. Without me, this neighborhood will collapse." From the crowd, a neighbor shouted, "Good. Maybe now I can paint my front door whatever color I want." The cops led Patricia away as she screamed about aesthetic order. Even while being handcuffed, she shouted, "You have the right to remain silent," but I waived that right. Later that night, the HOA board called an emergency meeting. They unanimously voted her out. Turns out, she'd been using HOA funds to buy the trucks, the drone, and even her enforcement Chihuahua. Within weeks, she was charged with trespassing, misuse of funds, and breaking and entering. The judge was blunt. "Ms. Holbrook," he said, "there's a difference between maintaining standards and committing crimes." She got fined $3,000 and sentenced to community service gardening under supervision. Her employer fired her after the video hit the news. And for the first time, Patricia finally understood what it feels like to live under rules you never agreed to. If you've ever dealt with a power-hungry neighbor or an HOA nightmare, hit that like button and subscribe for more true stories where karma finally wins.